Hello and welcome back. In the last video, we generated our backend data by attaching data attributes to all of our elements on the page, like this with this data oType and data lKey. In this video, we're going to actually go in and render the page dynamically using our data. So for up here, for example, we need to replace this with what's coming in from the back end, which is going to just be header text. So we put that in there and refresh the page, we should get exactly the same thing. But now this is dynamic. So if we change this to 1 after it and refresh the page, now we get Hometown Dance Recital 1. Okay, let's change that back. And let's make the rest of the page render dynamic data. So we're going to want to loop through all of the stacks and then render a stack, right? A list item for each stack. So let's do that first. So up here inside of the board are where all the stacks are. So we're going to do a for loop. And this is a custom handlebars helper. It doesn't come default with handlebars, which is the templating language we're using here, but it's included with Remake. So we're going to say for stack in stacks, and then we want to delete all of the other stacks because we just want one stack here. So we'll delete all these other ones. And all the way down to here. And the one other thing we have to do is I have auto saving turned on and I want to turn that off because we don't want to save the page right now. So I just turn that off. Okay, so we have for stack in stacks and then all of this, and we're going to end the for loop there and indent this properly. Okay, so now we should get the same number of stacks, but it should be all the same data repeated over and over. So let's refresh the page. And oh, I need a hash here. Okay, good to know. And now we have repeated data for each list. Now, in order to make this dynamic data, we're going to have to replace what's in there. So, for example, in logistics, we're going to replace that with stack.stack heading. And we can see, what the name is because it's right here. Then let's refresh this. And now we have logistics, volunteers, performance, photography and videos, and promotion. And now we're going to make all these items dynamic. So we're going to do inside of the stack list, we have cards. So we're actually only going to need one of these cards because we're just going to render it over and over again. So let's remove those. And now inside of this list, we're going to say hash for card in stack.cards. And we're going to indent that below that and to end our for. Okay, so now we should have the number of cards should be correct, but they're all going to be the same value. So we need to add in the right value. So we're going to say card.card text. Okay, and now that should be it. Perfect. Now we have all of the data being rendered dynamically based on the data that's in our user's data file. Okay, so the next thing we want to do just before we end this video is we're just going to change one of the pieces of data. So we're going to just say, instead of finalize vendors, we'll say finalize vendors tomorrow, and we'll save that. And let's find that element here. It's right there. So now if we refresh the page, we can see, boom, it changed. So we know that the data is being updated when we change the data in our backend. In the next video, we're actually going to figure out how to make the page editable. Okay, I'll see you there, and thanks for watching.